don't give in. Yeah. Miles and miles you will have been.
Well, hello everybody, it's Suffolk Andy here. It's the first time on a bike in 3 weeks. I survived my trip to Poland, yes I did, and I thought I'd bring you up to date on one or two things and not try and bore you too much with my holiday chat, but try and explain to you what I feel about Poland now, I suppose. Before I went, I was a little bit apprehensive. I didn't really want to go. I said there was a story to that, and I'm not going to go into that now, it's quite long. But anyway, I went, and I spent 10 days in Poland, and I must admit, I was bloody surprised, okay? I had this thought in my head that Poland was some sort of ex-communist, dowdy place where people left to work elsewhere. And I was wrong. As far as the part that I see, which was Gdansk, I was wrong. It's a vibrant, very modern, very up and coming place to be. There's building work everywhere, blocks of flats being built, office blocks, you name it. It's really on its uppers. There's nothing that we have that they haven't got, except it's a bit cheaper. Yes, I don't think they're quite taxed to death like we are. Things are cheaper, like a pack of cigarettes, £3.50. A pint of beer, £1.50. A meal for four and a couple of beers, 35 quid. And that is in a tourist place as well. So outside of that, it's probably a lot cheaper. I can't tell you what it was like in the interior because I never went. I stayed all the time in Gdansk. There was so much to do in Gdansk and so much to see. They were having a festival which they have every year, St Jude's, and a lot of people were there, and it was unbelievable. I went to the War Museum, I went up top of churches, went in the churches, went in the shops, you name it, done all the touristy things that you do when you're on holiday. Plus I had a little walk around sort of on the outskirts of Gdansk where people live and see all that sort of stuff, and it truly opened my eyes. A lot of funding from the EU, there's no doubt about that. A lot of funding. I'll come back to that because I'm not sure what's going on there. As you know, I'm very political and very cynical of politicians and whatever, but I'm not sure. I haven't worked that one out, but I've got a couple of theories on that, but I'll come back to that in a bit. So, would I go back? Certainly. Could I live there? Certainly. I found the people courteous. Their driving is terrible. There's no doubt about it, their driving is terrible. But it's not the worst place I've ever driven. But I just found the place so relaxed. There was things that wouldn't be allowed here. A lot of people were riding bicycles. Yes, there's bicycle lanes on the main roads, but everywhere else they ride on the path, and nobody gives a shit. Nobody moans, get off the path. Nobody moans, nothing. Everybody's happy with it. They have electric scooters. If you can remember a few years back when the electric scooters came in for the kids here, they quickly banned them, rounded them up, and you know, I remember my two of my boys having them, being chased by the police on their electric scooters, you know what I mean? Yeah, they use them all the time. They must buy some sort of card or something, and you use the scooter, and when you're finished with it, you just leave it where it is. Somebody else will come along, put their card on it, and away they go. They do that with electric bikes as well, push bikes, which they use on the path. Nobody seems to give a damn. Now in Gdansk, with this festival, there was hundreds of thousands of people flooded into the old town of Gdansk. And what did I see? 2 policemen. 2 policemen. You feel safe. You see 1 or 2 drunks, but you see that here. You know, if I go up to Ipswich town now and walk around there, I'm going to see a dozen drunks hanging around, and there's 1 or 2 homeless people, which you'll get here anyway. Apart from that, pretty damn good. So like I say, will I go back? Yes, because it reminded me a little bit of this country probably 30 years ago. Now I don't want to get controversial here, and I don't want to upset anybody, but what I did notice, there's no immigration into Poland. None. It doesn't exist. Okay? Now going back to the thing I was saying about these flats being built, luxury flats and everything else, they're either building them because they think there's going to be an influx of Polish coming back to Poland because the economy is going up and they need decent places to live, or the EU, who's paying for a lot of it, are lining Poland up for an influx of immigration. I don't know. I think if it's the last, you know, if it is an immigration push they're going to do, I don't know why, I just feel that won't go down well with Polish people. I don't know. I might be completely off course here, but it's just how I see it, as they say. So, what's the other news? The other news. Yes, tactless dribs. Aaron is a dad. Yes, he's a dad. It makes me a granddad again. Yes, he had a little boy with his partner, and they called it Christopher, which is unbelievable to us because it has a big meaning, that name, to us. I've never revealed it, but I will reveal it one day. I keep saying it, but I just can't do it at the moment. But yes, so he's a dad, I'm a granddad again. So I haven't seen the baby yet talking at the moment because Sheila, his partner, has not been very well, and she's been back in hospital for the last couple of days, and hopefully in the next 2 days I'll get to see the little Christopher. So that's some good news there. Another reason I haven't been on the bike for a couple of 3 days is I don't know why. I woke up the other morning, I couldn't move my arm, couldn't move it, absolutely in agony. And it took 4 days to be able to sit here on a bike. So what that was, I don't know. It's probably just those joys of getting bloody old. But I'm back. I'm back. Yes, back. Amy, as you know, is at university. She's next going to start her 3rd year and final year to be an English teacher. She's studying English, and she's got herself a little job. Yes, at Ipswich Town Football Club, serving in the cafeteria there at half time, before and after. So she'll be off today because I think they're playing. So she started that as her first job. So she wanted a job. She said she was getting bored and she wanted a little job, so she got herself a part-time job. It's all happening. It's all happening, you know. I'm trying to report everything I know in one little vlog. Right, we're coming down to Shotley. There you go. We're usually the other side at Harwich and places like that, and Manningtree, the Bristol Arms. Look at that for a view. I think I'll go right through to the shipwreck. There's another pub down here. All little nice modern flats. Oh, and some more flats. It seems to me in Poland that in the cities at least they do live in flats. There's no doubt about it. It's urban living, you know, urban living. That's what they prefer, and I suppose it's for the save space and whatever. There's no sort of sprawling suburbia. It's all flats. But I must admit, some of the older flats that were there, that were looking a bit run down, seemed to be waiting to be done up. They were doing up the older flats as well. Man, if you've got building skills, you know, you're always going to be in job there at the moment. I have to say. So, here I am, public parking, down at Shotley. Over there is Felixstowe. You've all been here before if you watch my vlogs. Should we pull in here? Yeah. Right, so with that, all I can say is ride safe, love each other, something handy.